Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Casa podcast. It's your boy Kojo back in the building. I'm super excited to be back in the office, but today is not going to be a fun one in the office for me. The AC is broken. I'm going to bust up in flames very soon. Um, and thankfully, I don't have anyone on the show today. It's just going to be me, myself, and I. I know the boo hive is going to kill me if that happens. I have a fear boy in the building. She's back on the show. It's been a minute. Anyway.
No
Yeah,
no
how
boo
you
hive,
doing?
please.
The boo hive
I'm
is always here
good.
for
I'm
you.
good. How you doing?
Hot and sweaty, and it's gonna be a very long one. But I'm good. I'm good. How was your week? How's your week?
I think I had a pretty decent week.
Hmm.
That's what.
Pretty
It wasn't.
decent week.
Yeah, I didn't get into much. I didn't do a lot. It was
Hmm.
basically work.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I hope
You've,
this week goes well.
you've been away from the podcast for a minute. What were you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm taking a break as usual. Okay,
Okay, you're
trying
just tired of
to.
the tribe.
e- No, I was not tired. I just felt like I needed to recharge,
I
to
see.
be able to give a lot
A
when I
lot to the show.
exactly. So sometimes you need to go off and then come back. You
Hmm.
recharge like that.
I see. Welcome back then.
Thank you.
Listen, the comments have been coming in thick and fast. Even before we got here, Geraldine was like, hurry up, guys, hurry up.
Really?
Geraldine, we're here. Glenn has poured, okay, drum roll. I thought it was some whiskey. I was like, Glenn has poured his whiskey and is joining the show. We're back, Geraldine. We're back. We're back. You're not mad. We're back. And today we're going to play a game. It's been a while since we played games. If you It's been a
Yep.
while.
Yep.
And for today's game, right? It's to complete this game. I have a very nice surprise, a Zara surprise for Ifya Yabwa.
I have
Guys,
same for you. Yeah.
so in today's game, we have a bunch of topics written out in sheets of paper, and we're going to draw these topics. And the rule of the game is whatever topic I draw from my nine sack, if your boy is going to give an opinion, a position, she's going to give her thoughts on it. It can be hot takes, it can be chill takes, but whatever she says, I am going to have to provide a counter argument or a counter proposition to whatever she says. If not, I lose. And if I am able to, then she draws from her bag and we keep going back and forth. But
Yep.
at any time, if you don't provide an answer or a counter argument, regardless of the argument presented, you lose a point. We're going to keep score. If you're a boy and
Okay.
I play games, and if Ya doesn't like, she doesn't win a lot, but she thinks we are
Now
not
stop
keeping track.
lying to
So today,
everybody. Stop
today we're keeping
lying to
track.
everybody. Okay.
Today we're keeping track. That is all I can say. Where I am here to win this. If you're boo looking bullicious as usual, boo
Oh, thank
hive,
you.
soft
Thank
life,
you.
yes, boo. Oh my god, Rashid. Rashid is over. Rashid is just extra. Rashid,
That
I
is
hope
how
you're
we do
doing
it,
well.
Rashid. That is how you would do it. We be extra. Yeah.
All right. So if you want
Yeah.
to dive into the game?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
they say ladies first. So
No, no.
look in
Go first. Go first,
no,
please. Please
look in
don't
your
do
bag
this.
and pull something. You
Please
want me
go
to go
first.
first?
Yep.
All right. Just so that it's transparent enough. You
Yep.
see, I'm showing the whole world, and then I'll dig through this and I'll find something from the yellow pages.
Mm,
If you do you know the yellow pages?
what's that?
You never know the like yellow pages. Phone book, telephone book.
No.
If I think you can read this. Bucket list. If tell us about your bucket list. Tell us some things on
Oh
your bucket list, and let me see which ones do not deserve to be on your bucket list. Bucket list, if
goodness.
it's an easy start. Now you're on the spot. Tell us about your bucket
Oh.
list.
So I want to. I want to. How do you call that? Skinny dip or
Skinny
skin?
dipping.
Yeah, I want to
Young
do
woman.
that.
Okay, I'm going to make this more interesting. You want to go skinny dipping. Do you have a place in mind? Do you have a place you want to do this at
Greece.
in Greece?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to write a letter to the Greek consulate that they should not let you in to come into that country to do that. Skin independence on your bucket list.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
on my bucket list,
And so,
and
mhm.
I
Is there any
want
other thing?
to. I don't think I can explain that thing, right? It's like a swing,
Hmm.
but then it's at a height. So I don't know. I think it was in Bali that I saw. So you sit on there and then they
Mhm.
swing you like it's from a mountain, and then you be swung in the valley.
If
Right.
yeah, none of the things on your bucket list is just safe. Like you don't care about safety. You're
No,
already
you
exposing
can't be
yourself to.
tiptoeing in
Hmm.
life. No,
Okay.
to
Okay.
death. No, you have to live it. So when you die and they ask, how did you die? You have something huge,
Hmm.
something big to
Hmm.
say. I was swinging on a.
I was
Yeah.
a good way to go. You get the angels would really have a good
Yeah.
one with that. All right, all right. I think my counter argument is if you none of your the things on your bucket list are safe.
You
I think
have
safety
a proper
first.
bucket list for
Oh
us.
yeah, I have a proper bucket list,
All
but
right, let's hear you.
that is not what the proposition is. I just have to provide a counter argument to whatever you presented. I think you should care about safety. I think you should really keep yourself safe. If you're going into water, you should
Personally,
cover up.
I think safety is
It's
overrated.
overrated.
I don't want to be safe
Ah,
in this life. No.
okay, I'll let you have that one.
Yep.
Okay, now it's your turn to draw. Hit me.
Okay.
Hmm.
Here we go.
Why do I feel this is going to be? I don't know. I just don't know.
So let's see.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, not bad.
Why am I tensed? What?
Personality.
Personality.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. Where do I go with this? Hmm. I think it's one of those things especially when people are looking for partners and in relationship, it's one of those things we overstate just how much of it we want. Oh, I want this, that, and sometimes the things we want in a personality are contrasting, right? I want an emotionally mature young person with very high levels of tolerance, who is very funny, who can go and live on the edge with me, yet he's calm and grounded, and he has his head screwed on tight, and he has a wonderful personality. Everybody should like him, but we say so many things, and it's like all the things we put in this person, some of them are very diametrically opposed, right?
No,
And
I
so
don't agree. You can live on the edge
and be
grounded
what?
and be grounded.
Sure. I you
Living
you
life
can live
on
on
the
the edge. You
edge,
can be out there
living
living
life
and
on
be
the edge
grounded.
and be grounded. Living life on the edge
Okay.
is like, doing that swing on the mountain, Afajato, right? And then you
And
just be
still be
swung
grounded.
and still be grounded. Like, know what you're about in this life.
If you know that you cannot be on the swing and be grounded at the same time.
You
Like
can. You
those
can.
ideas are okay. I
You
would let you
can.
have this one. I
And
don't
I
know.
think whatever people want in their partner is what they want.
Personality is one of those things. I think we go with a shopping list and we just put everything we can find in there. Some people make it simple. 66666. Um,
Six
yeah.
figures, 6 feet, 6 packs,
Uh, I would say no more. I would not add the
six
rest.
series, and six something, six
Yeah.
something.
And so people make it a lot simpler, but I don't know about it being simple. But yeah, that is what people want. But yeah, personality is one of those things I think we overrate. And sometimes
I
we
don't think you overrate personality. Would you go in to look for somebody without considering the person's personality?
when I say overrate, especially for the people looking for them, they talk about all the things that would not be attracted to them. They talk about all the things probably they don't have themselves, they cannot stand, they
That
cannot
is not
match.
true. That is not
That is what
true.
I have noticed. It's
That
just
is not true.
that's my
And
hot
then you can
take.
also want something
For
that you do not
for
have.
someone,
That is
no,
why you want.
I have
Like
seen
me,
enough.
if I
If you
say I
have
want someone that is taller than me, I am 5'4". the fact that I am
Why
short.
do you think you deserve someone taller than you? You're 5'4". Why don't you go for 5'4" and lower? Like,
5'4"
what makes
people
you
are
think?
looking for people that are taller to
Exactly.
compliment them.
It's kind of my point. You literally making my point for me. You can't want a 6 foot person when you're five
Mm,
two. Where should the 6 foot people go for 6 foot people? If you're earning five figures, you get a person
no,
with five
people
figures.
should choose what they want. Okay,
Yeah,
they
you
should
can
be able
dream
to
on.
not
You can
dream,
dream on.
not dream. Now you're being a hater.
the the 6 foot people don't like anybody who is under 6 foot. And so if you're under six
No,
foot, I'm sorry.
no, no. I don't
What
want
do they
to.
say about monkeys playing?
I don't know.
They play by their sizes.
That's not true.
Go into your league.
It's a 10. It's your freaking 10.
Yeah, it's my turn, right? Again, from my little lovely pack.
Yep.
I can't see these ones, but if yeah, wow, this
Yeah.
one got thick. Ethics.
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 Oh.
If yeah, what's your take on ethics? Give me your hottest take on ethics.
Hmm. Ethics are basically the rules that govern a particular thing, right? The conduct, the rules and conduct that govern an action
Just
or a
understand,
course,
yeah,
right?
understanding behavior.
Okay, so I think hmm, hmm. I say hi to discrimination. Please, no, no, no. That we don't do that here. We don't discriminate here. So ethics,
Mhm.
I think I think it's an important component in anything. And it should be
If yeah doesn't have an argument, if yeah, you can
I
take one
don't
for the stream for the team.
what
Just lose a point. It doesn't
no, I'm
matter.
not losing any point.
Okay.
I just said it's a strong, you know, it's a strong component, right? It's
Mhm.
something that needs to be considered. It's important. But ethics is basically conducts, right, that govern a particular
Efia doesn't know what she's talking
I
about,
just said it.
and
I
she
think it's
does
a
not want
very
to take one for the team. So, what
very
is your take on it? Do you think ethics matter? Should
it
we?
it, it, it really matters, right?
In what way?
To give us a standard, right? A standard for everyone to meet. That's what I think.
Efia, I'll just give you -1 on this
No,
one.
no, 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 no.
Efia, I think depending on where you're going,
Hmm.
ethics may or may not matter.
What do you
There are
mean,
some
depending on where you're going?
there are some jobs that actually want people who are ethically malleable, ethically pliable. Then people would appreciate if your ethical standards would oscillate around the mean,
No.
probably not be
So
on the mean.
ethic is their rules,
Hmm.
right? They are not meant to be broken or to be changed. You are supposed to meet those things. So
Hmm.
we don't require people that are malleable. Then why make it? You should just make it
Uh,
open. If you
uh,
think you need people that are
no, I
malleable, why
am
make
just
it
saying for certain jobs in
like
certain
what
industries.
kind of job?
If you want to work in espionage, your ethics should be very malleable at best. You
Why?
can't be rigid. If yeah, you
Why?
know what espionage is, right? If you want to work as a spy, you can't have rigid ethics.
No, you should. You should have certain jobs you
Oh,
turn down and
no,
certain yeah,
I'm
you
just
should have
saying
certain
if
things
you're
you
working as a spy, you can't have rigid ethics.
oh well.
If you're working for some government agencies, you can't have rigid ethics. The
Then
collective
what
good.
you're trying to say is
Sometimes you have to
everyone
let your ethics go for the collective good. Sometimes you have to take one for the team. It might not be
uh
ethically what you are predisposed to do, but sometimes for the common good.
all right, whatever. Let me go and pick. You did not win. I gave
Yeah,
a
right.
pushback.
Okay.
Let's see this.
Mhm. What do we have?
Religion.
You just had to go for it. We know, we see. It's okay. I know people are having a challenge with the stream. I am not very sure, Geraldine and Glenn. I'm not very sure how stable the stream is. On my end, I have the video playing and it looks like it's keeping up, but apparently the lines keep breaking. We're going to try and see if there'll be some stability, but I hope this not affect the listening experience and the viewing experience. We're very sorry for the technical challenges. We're working around the clock to get it resolved. If you're about is talking about religion,
Yeah.
religion.
What's your take on religion?
I think generally religion, the rituals, the culture, the teachings, the practices are a little behind their time. I think there was a time in human history and the development of humanity that
Mm-hmm.
religion was very important. It played a very pivotal part in
Mm-hmm.
putting people together, bringing, giving communities a sense of direction. I think now most communities, especially in the last 200-300 years, have really advanced that religion sort of draws some of them back. I think some communities or societies would be better without it, especially theocratic states. You would see that for some, not all, if they let go some of those religious dogma and really came
If
abreast
you
with the
say
times.
some, how do we know the some to get rid of and the some not
I
to get rid
am not going to go into the specifics of this, but you
of?
know that
Then it doesn't
some
it doesn't
religious
make your
wait,
take
let me
complete.
finish. Okay. For some religious practices that thrive on maligning certain parts of society,
Mm-hmm.
playing, using gender as a hindrance and, permitting or not permitting certain things, right? Especially
Mm-hmm.
basic things like participation in the workforce and all that on
Mm-hmm.
religious grounds tend to be a little outdated. And if, we could build societies that sort of relegate these old dogma to the background, I
I
think
don't
would be.
agree. I mean, religion sort of
You still think people should not be able to drive because of the agenda?
no. No, I mean that is not a religious belief. That is not a religious belief. Okay, that is just a group of people that think a particular gender
Hmm.
you do not require to do certain things. That is not in the holy book. Any holy book that a particular gender is not required to drive. And so I think religion forms a very important it has an important role in the lives of people in terms of spirituality, right? And directing your soul.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those of you wondering why I am giggling and laughing, please, the disclaimer is on the bottom. The opinions expressed in this game are solely for entertainment purposes. They do not reflect the actual view of the participants. Please,
What
if
do you
your
mean?
boy really
What do
doesn't
you
believe that,
what do you mean I don't?
people shouldn't.
I do. I do. What are you saying?
Oh, I can see a lot of challenges in the comment section, and like I said, we're working very hard to get those resolved. Hopefully
Wait.
people would be back on. I know Geraldine is saying it's better now. I think she can see.
Glenn too said
Glenn
it's back
said it's
now.
back, and I think Nanayao is saying it's slow, but
Oh,
I'm hoping that Nanayao, I'm hoping that things come through. I'm really sorry, guys. We're very sorry for the technical difficulties, but we're gonna try and soldier on and fix this problem for our viewers and even for the people who are going to watch the stream later and listen to the podcast. If you're able,
yeah.
oh, you brought that. Oh, geez. If you know you can stay away from certain topics, right? It's a game. We're just playing a game. You had to hit me
No,
with
no.
religion.
This is a very important
You
topic to
had to hit
me.
me with religion. Let me hit you with
It's
one.
it's
If
very
yeah,
important to
if
me.
yeah, this is more in your wheelhouse.
Let me see.
A perfect day. What, in your opinion, would constitute a perfect day?
A perfect day would be you wake up in the morning, have breakfast made, your your money hits your direct deposits hits your accounts from your workplace, and you work from 8 to 1, and then you go to the park and have a walk, and then you get to talk to family and friends. You come back to um a cooked meal, and to Netflix. That is a perfect day to me.
Perfect day.
Yeah,
You work till 1
yeah, just
and you
1
just
p.m.
up and
from
leave and go
8
in
a.m.
the
to 1
park.
p.m. That's it. And then you go walk on a park.
I'm sorry, are you a park ranger? Why on earth? Why on earth? That's your perfect day constitute payday. Like basically you talked about payday.
Yeah, it has
You need
to.
a direct
Money,
deposit from
money has to be part of it to make it perfect.
I
So there should be
see.
some money hitting the account. That's
Hmm.
before you wake up. The money hits the account. You wake up. You take a
I have
shower. You
no
work from 8 to 1,
hmm.
right? And
Hmm.
then you go for a walk. You come
Hmm.
back, talk to family and friends, and then you cook, and then you Netflix, and then you chill.
Do you know do you know that um just the ideal or perfect day you just described is very attainable.
Yeah.
It's very attainable.
Yep.
It's
It's not out of the ordinary. I didn't say that I just wake up.
it's called being poor and unemployed.
No, I
You
just
can
talk
do
about
all
working. I just talked about
to
I put
one.
every component in
Work
there.
until 1. If you work till 1 every day, what time are you going into work again?
8 a.m.
To 8 to 1, 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
You want to work 25-hour weeks.
Yes, ideally. That's all I want to do. That's a perfect day for me. I can describe a perfect life, but let's leave it at the day.
Soft life indeed.
Yeah.
Rashid wasn't wrong when he said the
Rashid
Boo Hive just wants
Rashid is
soft
part
life.
of the, of course, soft life for
The
life.
Lali saying hi guys. I miss you guys. The Lali, we miss you so much. We hope you're doing well. We hope you're getting better.
Mhm.
Sending our love your way, man. We hope to hear a lot of good news from your end very soon. But we miss you so much on the show. Glenn is saying, swear with the
Yes,
breakfast
with
made. That's the
breakfast.
part I didn't get, but I wasn't going to touch that
Breakfast
one.
should be made.
Breakfast to
Okay.
be okay.
Breakfast made between 6 and 7 a.m. while I'm getting ready for work at 8. So
Made
I
by
eat
who exactly?
made by who?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that anybody that feels that I
Anybody.
deserve morning breakfast in bed.
Oh well, ladies and gentlemen, if you live in a fierce neighborhood and you just feel like volunteering, you can just barge into a house and offer to make breakfast. Because if you're a boy, just accepts breakfast from anybody who is willing and able to. So long as you're willing and able to, hey, go for it.
No, 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 not anybody.
You
Breakfast,
literally just said that on the show.
breakfast. No, that was a mistake. Breakfast from the love of my life.
Hey, it's getting there. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll leave that
not
one be.
anybody.
It's
Please,
your
no.
turn. Anyone who wants to walk into a fierce house and make breakfast for her, please have at it.
You are just a hater. Please. Breakfast in bed is not like me saying I want $100 million. Please.
Mr. Song, yes, you almost missed out. Mr.
He
Song said he almost
did.
missed out. But Song, it's good to have you in the studio. Today we are playing a game. And the game
Here.
is if you are drawing random things. What? I can't see. Apology.
Yep.
Which of the apologies are we talking about? But okay,
We
let
have
me
types.
of course. Song is also having a problem with the stream. Man, this we need to fix this.
What?
I am so sorry. I can't apologize enough. We're working on getting it fixed. We hope things would straighten out very soon.
Hmm.
Apology. Hmm. I think in a relationship, apologizing too much can be a bad thing. And people apologize way too many times that it makes apology devoid of the meaning, the weight it should have. And sometimes people even apologize when it's unnecessary. Some people would just apologize rather than actually have a conversation and talk through things and really get what is going on. Okay, I'm sorry. And then the thing, this might not even qualify as an apology, but people who say, sorry, I'm taking up your time, but also sorry, like, please, like, appreciate the time the person is spending and go on. You don't have to apologize so many times. Too
Mm,
much apology renders us trite, in my opinion.
okay. I don't think so. If you are making a lot of mistakes and you are deliberately hitting somebody, apologize. The number of apologies should match the number of
of errors.
errors caused.
If you're on the receiving end of these apologies, what will happen if the person keeps apologizing 20 times for the same mistakes?
The truth is, the maximum apology for one thing is two. So after you clear the
Absolutely. That
boundary
is kind of
two,
the point I'm
that
making.
is the end. But it doesn't
After
mean
some
you
time,
shouldn't.
no,
You
after
shouldn't.
some
It means
time,
that
it
don't
gets
make the error. It doesn't mean don't apologize. But if you do make the error, you have to
apologize.
apologize. Yes.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a fierce express opinion.
This is my express opinion. This is
She's
exactly
just saying it
how
for
it
the
is.
show.
Okay.
Oh man, I really hope the network is stable now and
I
people are
really
enjoying the
hope. I
stream.
don't know if I should turn off
The
mine
stream
and
on my side is now back.
slow.
No, it's back to normal. So I really hope people are back to
Oh, I wish we
enjoying
could start
the
for, I
show.
mean, so it's not from my end or like anything, is a stream.
Yeah, I think it's the stream. I don't know
Okay.
if there was. Yeah, I saw a little lag in there, but I think we're back now.
Okay.
I check an apaya for breakfast.
I chicken it, paya. You know
Yeah,
the
yeah,
paya is like avocado.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like it is
I
avocado.
don't like, well, I would like the avocado to be made into guac, right? And then
If yeah, just draw, okay, just draw. In fact,
I just drew apology.
oh,
But you
apology.
want me to talk about apology?
You didn't offer you okay. Well, you did offer your
I did.
rebuttal.
I did.
If yeah, this is a good one. Listening space. What
What
is
is
your take on
listening?
listening spaces?
Space, what space? Like Twitter
Listening
space?
space.
Like Twitter space?
No, 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 no. Like in communication, creating listening spaces for the people you're communicating with.
Oh, I think it's very, very important, right? Usually when people are communicating or expressing how they feel about something, they they lean more into what needs to be said,
Mhm.
and they do not give the room for the other party to understand, right?
Mm, mm,
And to understand something, you have to listen properly,
mm,
right? And I feel like to in communication, it's not just being heard,
mhm,
it's also giving the person a room, right, to understand what you're saying. Because
mm,
what is communication if there's zero comprehension? It's like you just say something and then you just go. So to me, even though I feel like people, I mean, usually I would be like, say what you feel like saying, like don't keep certain things in you. I think it's very important that people consider how people understand certain things, like their perspective and how they see things. It's more important. And finding ways to communicate properly, like finding instances, analogies to compare to make the person see or let people understand where you're coming from.
mhm.
Right. Yeah. That's what I think.
Well, um, if you're enjoying the show, again, I would like to reiterate the fact that the opinions expressed on the show are solely for entertainment. Um, my take on this, if you're able, would be listening spaces theoretically are nice. They're nice concepts to toy with. Practically, they are almost impossible. As someone who communicates with large groups of people at a time, I can say it's nice to have listening spaces for every member of your audience. Outside one-on-one interactions, listening spaces are almost impossible to, because for example, if you're talking to two people at a time, people have different levels of comprehension, people have different speeds of comprehension. And
Mm-hmm.
as an orator, or as a speaker, or as a lecturer, or someone who is putting out information,
Mm-hmm.
it is very hard to move at everybody's pace without losing people. So normally there's a fair bit of listening space that should be created, but there's some form of um, responsibility on the listeners too,
Mm-hmm.
right? That you can't get everything at a go, even when you're
Mm-hmm.
talking to your partner. Sometimes some of the ideas would not come through immediately. It
Mm-hmm.
is your duty to make an effort to do further research after, to ask the right questions, to guide the conversation how you would better understand and assimilate the information. The speaker can only do so much because people forget that speaking itself is a very tough one, right? Being able to communicate, getting the idea together, organizing it and communicating it, that is hard by itself. If it's behoves on the orator or the speaker to also
Mhm.
create room for you to listen, then it's a lot of work expected of the, which I'm not against doing the work, but practically listening spaces are going to be very difficult to maintain. That's my take.
I disagree with your take because, well, I would only I disagree to an extent. I
Mhm,
understand when you say that when you're communicating with a large group, right?
mhm,
It becomes difficult to move at everybody's listening space, right? Giving them some time to assimilate, take in, right? Like more like synthesize all the things you're saying and
mhm,
understand the perspective you're
mhm,
coming across with. But then I think like a one-on-one communication, it's not something that is impossible. It's something that can be achieved. But
mhm,
again, it takes a lot of work,
mm,
right? It's you, the person speaking, right?
mm,
I understand your duty is to communicate properly. Again,
mhm,
it's not just saying it. You modify what you're gonna say, you put it together, put in instances where the other person can relate,
mm,
so that understanding the point you want to, you know, put across becomes easy,
mm,
right? Because it's not just you giving it out or just saying it. It's you're saying it just so that an a consensus could be reached, an agreement. You understand, you disagree to agree. Some you get to a common ground, right? It's not just to pass it out. I don't want to hear what you have to say.
mhm,
I don't care if you understand or you do not understand,
mhm,
right? So I feel like you as a speaker, you have to be you have to have your group or your crowd in
mhm.
mind while communicating. It's a
I,
lot of
I
work.
I can understand it to a degree, like you are doing, and but I want us to, at least as we talk about these things, and they're important. Glenn is saying, Mr. Glenn wrote, listening
Oh,
gives
let me
room
read
for
something.
objections. That's trying to understand the other. That's trying to understand the other person's perspective, not take away the objectivity. Hmm. Well, I don't know if I can address that. If yeah, can you address that? 'Cause I
I
think
what does it mean by listening gives room for objection?
objections and even taking away from the objectivity, I think between two people, right, two people
Mm.
sharing ideas or having a discussion, I don't know if objectivity is something that is attainable. I think at best an intersubjective understanding of something could be a good goal,
Yep.
right? Because objective, at least in my very minimal understanding of objectivity, is
Mhm.
a fact or something that can be observed absent these the two people looking at it, right?
Yeah.
uh, Normally subjective opinions and positions are what people come to, and for two people, I think you and I beginning to see eye to eye is more important than what actually is. So for example, today's Manchester derby, there was a supposed penalty, right? um,
Mhm.
some supporters would see that and be like, oh, that's a clear penalty. Others would look at it and be like, I'm not sure.
Yep.
Sometimes, if we can both agree, well, soft or not, well, I guess it's a penalty. That's more than good enough. We
Yeah.
may never come to an objective, oh, it's a clear penalty. Everybody who sees it would agree. But if for two people, we can at least understand each other's position, that's good enough.
Mhm.
And that's what makes listening spaces are great. I'm just arguing as to who should create it. I think I think when it comes to listening spaces, 30% of the job should be done by the speaker and 70 should be done by the listener. You have to make an effort to understand. And if you don't, you have the option of using questions and really asking for more explanation. Oh, you lost me on this point. Can you clarify that? Right? Because as
Mhm.
the person is thinking through things, presenting something, sometimes it gets very difficult for them to also be able to sort of are you getting it? And sometimes there's a very fine line between creating listening spaces and being condescending. talking to people as though they don't get your point. There's a very fine line, right? You might be in your mind, you're creating a thinking space, but it could come across as condescending. Like, let me slow it down for you people to understand. It can come across very different. So I think with listening spaces, I think they're important, but some of the job should be on the listener. Again, that is why it is listening space.
Well, I agree. I mean, we would agree to disagree
Okay,
because
while you sort that out, let me go through some of the comments quickly.
okay.
Um, Mr. Dalali is saying most people don't see the importance of listening in conversations. Absolutely. People don't see the importance of listening, and people don't even know how to do it, Dalali. It's one of those things that is really, really difficult. Listening can be very difficult. Some people just listen to respond and not to understand. That's what Delali is adding to it. I absolutely agree. Not her saying Twitter spaces. If you're a boy, not you saying Twitter spaces.
I mean, I had to. I didn't understand.
Michael is saying then you can never speak to a crowd if you have to stop every second in your speech for a certain group to catch up, your
Mhm.
theory is not plausible. Um, Michael doesn't seem to agree with you. I think most of the job should be on the listener, and absolutely, and that's why people get paid to listen, right? That's why people go to school and learn to be clinical psychologists and therapists and be great at listening and helping us identify on and put things in perspective, right? Listening is an art. I think we have an episode on the art of listening, which we get into some of these details,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, listening spaces should definitely majority of the brand should be borne by the listener. There are people who are just good listeners. They create a room, even in their misunderstanding, they create room for themselves to be able to get to understand things. But speakers can do more, some, but there's only so much they can do. I think you're up. What? Alimony. Hmm. It's tricky. It's tricky. Um, I think the standard we have now is the best. I think it should always be adjudicated case by case. I do not think a blanket direct unidirectional payment of alimony is a smart thing. I think in every
No,
case we
the
should look at
concept of alimony, do you agree or disagree?
absolutely.
Why? Why?
Absolutely. Oh, I love kids and I think kids should be taken care of. They are the only party in
No,
this the
alimony is
whole
to the spouse.
no, it's for the child's upkeep. It's not like for your maintenance, it's for children.
And what is child support?
That's it, right?
No, they are different. I think
I
alimony is to
don't
the
think it's
spouse.
okay. I don't know much about that. Let me go and find out. I thought it was all included, right?
No, well, I think alimony is
Financial aid as part of marriage ending. Well, okay. If it's different from child support, then I'm going to change my position. Now my position is this. My position is this. He who initiates, right, should give some concessions. If there are two people married and one person wants to initiate
a divorce.
a divorce, they should bear some. There should be a cost to initiating the divorce, right? And so if you're married to your wife and she chooses to go, then she should give up some of the alimony, right? She should give up
What?
some of the things she's enjoying. Again, it's the initiation, right? I
No,
don't believe in the whole no
no,
fault state part.
no, no.
So if you're with your husband and you're earning 500,000 and he's earning 100,000, he should just file for divorce and take some of
I
your money.
think the idea of alimony should be scrubbed completely out of the law.
Nobody should take anybody's money.
Nobody should take any. Before you married,
Wow.
were surviving. You're supposed
Wow.
to.
Well, I think most of the proponents of that would be the whole I am accustomed to a certain life. Now that I'm married to you, I'm accustomed to a certain life. And I
Well,
think
I
it's
probably do not have an
entitlement.
understanding, a
I think it's the
genuine.
entitlement to it that makes alimony the thing, right? It's like,
I have to understand why that's the
the
concept was brought
concept.
up, right?
I think it was just to mitigate some of the hardship that arises when married people divorce, especially. And I think, again, I'm not an expert in this, and
I'll read into it.
for
I just decided to
for,
write it because I
for
don't have
the
ideas.
for the viewers of the show, it's scrolling right there. We are not experts in these topics. We're just here to entertain. And so some of our things would be, and we're learning too. But if yeah, I think for the most part, right, especially if you go to the old family unit, right,
Mm-hmm.
there were dependents, right? Normally there'll be a primary breadwinner, and then there'll be support, and then there'll be dependency that's built over time. And when there comes a time that the marriage ends, that the union ends, I
Mm-hmm.
think, I think there should be some support for the partner that's being left behind, the dependent in this case, especially if they, like, if I've given 20 years of my life or 30 years of my life, my productive years, to a relationship or a marriage, and it's ending, and I can't just go back and start afresh and just start a career. There's
Mm.
some level of, taking care of your partner, especially if they helped you build something. And so I think the concept itself is not a bad thing. I think there are two main types, at least here in the US. There's the no fault state laws, where all assets are added up and divided into two, and then the person takes half, and then whatever it is, or whatever the support system, the court structure. And then there are ones that if you're at fault, you lose more. I just think the person who initiates should also give up something. And so if you have to give up 20% of the alimony payment, maybe, and maybe it will reduce especially the whole um doing it for money, right? Some people have done it for money, yeah, with a partner that earns quite a bit, and it's like, yeah, well, I'll take your money. People will tell you, I'm just doing this to take your money. Sometimes, if that is the goal, if that's why someone is initiating it, then there should be some cost to it. But I
You
don't
never
think
know
that.
people's motive and intention
Oh, but
whenever
sometimes they
you
can
go to
tell
the
you.
court. No, when you go to the court and it's a court case and they are supposed to
Mhm.
settle, I mean, nobody's going to say at the courtroom that I'm doing
Oh,
this just to
some
take
say
your
it.
money.
Some
In
say it.
court,
Yeah. They tell their lawyers, if you don't get me the Hampton house, I am not signing the document. They would. I mean, you know how they get all these divorce lawyers, and they are getting through the paperwork. And honestly, sometimes they are picking and choosing what they want. I want the house in the Hamptons. I want the one in the Caymans. If you put in the boat, I'll give you the private jet. And that's the kind of divorce that people probably would be looking forward to. The one that has access. Not Kwame Mensah earns 200 Ghana cedis. He can only afford to give you 30 Ghana. Those ones are not. Alimony, Michael is saying, alimony, dear scrap. I contribute 80% of our worth, and in separation, we must share six. I didn't get that.
I see
But
him separation myself 50-50.
okay. 50-50. It's crazy, man. Yeah, sometimes it's tough. I don't really have a hard line position on this. I think it's issue to issue. So there's some marriages and some things that you can hear the story and like, yeah, someone deserves 50. Everybody deserves 50-50. And in some of them, it's like, yeah, they deserve more because they really contributed to whatever we have. And some deserve less. So I think it should be, I don't believe in scrapping it completely. If yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do
let's see.
you
I
have
have
for
I
us?
have a few more. Let's see what we have. Okay, okay.
Where?
I don't know why my thing with spaces. If yeah, this is not
Safe
Twitter safe.
space.
Safe spaces. If yeah, what do you think of safe spaces?
What do you mean safe space? What is that?
Think of safe spaces on college campuses, right? There are a lot of people who have so many positions, like a space in which a student can approach a counselor or a mentor or a fellow student and speak freely about their stuff, like anything that bothers them. And there's
I
a big debate on whether or not it's necessary. What do you think? Do you think safe
I don't
spaces are necessary?
think it's a bad idea, but I think it's perpetuates
Mhm.
segregation. Like you tend to
Hmm.
want to be in certain areas, only in certain areas to speak,
Hmm.
and that doesn't help in community building.
Hmm.
We need overall ideas and how things work. We need perspective on everything, how people see everyone, to be able to reach a conclusion. And then if you want a separate space, it's necessary, but I feel like it's easy to to form different rooms, separate rooms, while we all are living in the same building, right? And we're supposed to be coexisting. Now individuals have different pockets of rooms where they speak, but at the end of the day they'll be interacting with each other. And then if you speak only in that quiet space or safe space, it becomes difficult changing things or living together in harmony. I don't know, but that's what I think.
Hmm. Interesting. That's an interesting take. I think you made some points that, again, just based on my proximity to large groups of young people and knowing very well that even in the classroom contribution, there are people with experiences. There's people with some positions, opinions that they cannot express. It's not. It's difficult for some people to express themselves publicly, and so the idea itself is not a bad thing. Creating a space within which people can go. Normally, it's a one-on-one space where they can
Mhm.
really express themselves, talk about their real struggles, their challenges, and all that. I think it's good. However, I think the possibility of it being co-opted is very high. Like you were saying, it, it can lead to people going into a space, expressing ideas, getting no position for the idea, and feeling it's a good idea, right? Echo chambers, right? And so they have some ideas. They're struggling to talk about it with their friends or in class or in the marketplace of ideas. But in these safe silos, they can go and they get some support and they get some encouragement. Hey, that's great. You did right. That is,
Mhm.
and it reaffirms certain erroneous judgments that over time, one, it can make people like you are pointing out, it may make it difficult for people to really be full members of the community. They are only safe space, warriors. Out there, they are timid, they can express themselves. And secondly, if the ideas are bad, it tends to be very detrimental, right? Like they
Mhm.
create safe spaces where they posit very bad and harmful ideas and they get support and they're encouraged and like, yeah, this is great. You're brilliant. Oh, you're wonderful. And they grow in this. It's it's a tricky one. Safe
Hmm.
spaces are a tricky one. But I have a joke about safe spaces. Again, this is just
What is
solely
a
for
joke?
entertainment. But on campuses, the people who really advocate for safe spaces and being able to express themselves, they are the ones who like to cancel speakers. Like young college progressives love safe spaces, but whenever someone comes to their school to espouse ideas they don't like, they really want them to be cancelled and they'll
Yeah,
protest.
because it's not in line with what they think.
Yeah. Yesterday I was talking to a couple of my colleagues. We went out for BS and we were talking, and I was like, I don't believe in canceling people for what they say. I've never been a proponent of canceling people for what they say. If people say things you disagree with, let them speak and then you can have your turn in, at the
No,
mic. People don't
no,
like that these days.
no.
Oh, there are comments coming in. Let's see. Some people just use divorce as a way to cash out.
This is your
Absolutely.
next.
Beauty. I would come to beauty. My next one is beauty. Michael is saying safe space, dear cemetery. You're alone in your coffin. But while you're alive, no safe space, just for laughs. Absolutely. That's just for laughs. But yeah, we do create some. The lady is saying some people just use divorce as a way to cash out. Absolutely.
Yep.
Mr. Bills is saying, how will introverts make their grievances known? They ought to be safe spaces for them.
Oh
Absolutely.
my God, Mr.
They
Bills, it's
do
been a
ought
long time.
it's been a very long time. Mr. Bills, welcome back. I hope you're having fun. But yeah, some people do need these safe spaces to be able to air their grievances and get some support, form some community, get some people to believe in them and encourage them and help them build. I think there's a need for it. I just feel there should be a balance. Please, what is alimony? Now, some of us, let me end this here. Geraldine, alimony is just free money a fair boy is going to be sending you every month. So just, let her get the zeal and she will do the needful.
Oh,
Mr. Bills
really?
is laughing at the safe space warriors. It's more like my Golden State Warriors. It's only when we're in safe spaces that we win. When the pressure comes a bit, we lose or we lose. True, Kujo. The safe space are about communicating your ideas, and that requires feedback from many or all perspectives. Absolutely.
Mhm.
I believe in bringing your ideas to the marketplace of ideas and talking about them and having fun and getting your ideas probed and get some pushback. If you wants me to talk about beauty,
Mhm.
I think commercial beauty standards have ruined people's self-esteem, and I blame social media for that. People start by being influencers on social media, promoting a certain beauty standard. Then the beauty industry plays into it. They give them free products, makeup, clothes, and stuff. And then they keep pressurizing people. They keep putting pressure on people, pressure upon pressure, that people have a low self esteem, think they're not beautiful, think. Meanwhile, all the people they are seeing on social media is half makeup, half edits. The photos are not genuine. Like they don't walk around looking like that. And so I think the modern um, capitalist market has really exacerbated the beauty standard discussion. The ills in the beauty industry. Like the beauty industry is so phony right now. It's like the fitness industry now. Like how far fitness influencers are on steroids, they're doing stuff that they should not do, but they're getting paid for it, and then they are raising unrealistic standards of beauty. Yeah, some young women want to have 42-inch waist and a flat tummy and a 3-inch 43-inch hip and then a 2-inch waist, because they've seen some fitness influencer somewhere saying this is the new beauty standard. I think they're overrated. I still believe in beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, and I think the
Hmm.
people close to you would still see you as beautiful. Yeah, tell us we are lying to ourselves and monkey no fine by mommy like yes, yes, we like it. We don't like the standard they
But
are
I don't
setting.
think we should blame anybody for anything
Yeah, I
anybody's
blame
feeling or
influencers
no, I don't. They
for
are
buying
doing their
pressure.
work. Everybody's working, right? And if you need what you need certain positive energy or something, it should come from your family and friends. You decided to go on the internet.
We are nobody's on the internet to baby you, eh?
No,
If you
nobody is
need
there.
to be
They are
picked
there
up,
to
go to
make
your family.
money. Like you should know that the internet, the people there are there to make money. And I don't want to. The people who are doing the beauty standard, they are just there to make their money, and so they'll say anything to make you feel a certain way. I understand that social media has pushed or made a lot of things visible, right? Yes. But I don't think I'll blame anybody for people doing certain things. People should be able to take responsibility at a point, right? If this is how you are, that is how you are. You don't say because somebody made me feel this way, and so I decided that this is what I want to do, and I have to do this. No, we are all in the world here together. Influencers are just making their money. The industry there, they are just making their money. The makeup people is just to enhance your beauty. Everything everyone is selling is just to get your 2 cents in your pocket into their pocket.
Hmm.
And so, if you think about it like this and you feel like what you're going to do is not going to benefit you, some people do it and it's a confidence booster for them. They're able to move up their life. They're able, would they also blame their success of their, you know, of their
Hmm.
journey to the beauty? No, they'll be like, oh, I got, but they got it. They took the side that will help them. Right. So, I think whatever you decide to do, look at the benefits you get and stick with it. Don't be like, oh, I did it because like you didn't know what you wanted. No, don't come and blame anybody here.
Hmm.
And if the people there know they are there for your money, if that thing is going to help you boost your confidence, do it.
Hmm.
Do it. And if you regret it later, it's be like, I did it and I really regret.
Hmm. Nice.
Right? That is
I think it's a fair assessment. I do think there's some level of personal responsibility people should assume. And
yeah.
again, if you're listening to the podcast and you're wondering why we're just jumping all over the place with these ideas, again, we're playing a game. The game we're playing is we're drawing topics from a bucket, and whatever comes out of it, we're just going to share our 2 cents on that. And if your boy is losing massively, but we're not keeping score, just so that if you feels good. Um, before we go on, right? I want to take some time to wish some wonderful young men a happy birthday. One just passed, and one is about to happen. But
Who passed?
one of the birthdays passed. If you're
Okay.
one of the birthdays just passed, and one is in a few days. And so I want to spend this time wishing a happy birthday to Uncle Tao and Uncle Frost. Mr. Frost and
Mr.
Tao, the
Forrest.
wonderful tribe members who help us make this show happen, the wonderful people who have been with us, listening, joining, contributing.
Yeah.
We wish you guys a happy birthday, and we dedicate this show to Tao and Quizzy. The first part of the show might be for Tawa, and the next one will be for Kwesi. But happy birthday, gentlemen. Let me go through some of the comments, right? Kwame is saying beauty. So Efia is beautiful. So Efia is beautiful and picks beauty. SMH. I know, right? Efia just wanted us to spend some time admiring how beautiful she looks. But we do that
No.
every show. So today we're not going to do that. Rashid is saying alimony is money a man named Ali gives
Oh,
you because he's wealthy
please.
and loves you. So marry a man named Ali. For those of you listening, my new name is Mr. Ali, Ali, Alila, Ali. Please, if you're going to look for that man named Ali, look no further. People have to appreciate their beauty and not put confidence into validation. Like AY always glowing on our screens. Mr. Bill is saying, yes, just
Oh,
enjoy.
thank you guys. You guys are so kind, honestly.
Mr. Bills is saying you have to appreciate your beauty and not wait on the validation you get from the streets.
True.
Geraldine is saying fear. Geraldine, I'm with you. They should fear. Even people can't come
Assume
and
that be few and
people can't come and
Geraldine.
tell us what to do. He's telling all these guys. If you had this one, you would not like
Well,
aliens. What's your take on aliens? This is
aliens,
one.
aliens are not real. The closest to to anything being alien are men, 30 plus men, but they are real. So
I don't think we could have a show where Efia doesn't take cheap jabs at 30 plus men. Like these are just cheap jabs. Um, but back to your aliens are not real thing.
are not real.
What is your basis?
Nothing. Have you seen alien in your life before?
Non fa, non fa.
I'm just asking a question.
Yes, I
Clearly.
have
Where?
on the southern border.
Which brother?
On the southern border.
Well,
No, but
I
Efia
think I
Yeboah.
think aliens are not real.
Efia Yeboah. That is such a very interesting take. I don't think mathematically, I don't think we can get away from alien life given what we know about the known universe, right? Given
Mm-hmm.
our place in the universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do not think that our Milky Way galaxy being one in billions of galaxies and our planet being one in billions and billions and trillions of planets, the mathematical probability of life anywhere, alien life anywhere in our known universe is not zero. It's highly probable just based on the sheer amount of contact planets and planetary bodies have made. There's a whole theory on panspermia, right? The origins of life being panspermic and alien rockets hitting our planet and bringing carbon and, basic life
So
making.
you don't believe in Jesus Christ, God creating the heavens and the earth?
He could, but what has that got to do with any of the things I'm saying? Our planets are constantly in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever it is known that the comet that created the Grand Canyons, when it actually hit life forms way out into the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Some way, somehow, some of these life forms would have ended up in another planet and would be, it's just that the fact that we've not been able to detect, given how little we know about our universe, doesn't rule out the possibility of aliens. I think if mathematically we've been able to exist and evolve over time, there's a high probability that there's some life somewhere living, thriving, and existing. We just discovered water on the surface of our moon. What makes you think there are people not living on moon? Not
No,
people.
all the best to what the people are hoping for. I don't believe in
Ah,
aliens.
you should. You
No,
should.
nope.
And 30 plus men are not aliens. If you're what is this? Kwejo, topics from a bucket. Then the bucket, if yeah, has must be a
It must be the one Tyrion
oh,
Lannister
oh,
used in
really?
Winterfell.
Oh, really? Tyrion Lannister just catches a stray bullet here. Hmm.
This is
Bills,
your
your
next
head.
topic,
Why?
Kojo.
That's what Geraldine is saying. Peace of what? Peace of mind. Okay. Geraldine, easy. Apparently, Geraldine and Mr. Bills are going at it in the comment
Oh,
section. If your boy is talking about peace of mind, I think peace of mind is one of the most underrated things in relationships. I think one of the primary things, one of the most important ingredients of a successful relationship is your peace of mind. Your peace of
I
mind.
disagree.
That's fine. I'll make my point.
Okay, let me
If
write something
you
down.
do not hold on to your peace of mind and do things that would let your mind be at peace, you cannot be a good partner to your significant other. If you are always all over the place, you're stressed out, there's always the probability of spillover. You're like a ticking time bomb. And so people's mental health is very important. Go after your peace of mind. Do things that will bring peace. Don't wake up and choose violence. If you know that a topic, something would bring violence, would stress you out, would not give you a peace of mind, please avoid it. Because you cannot be a good friend, you cannot be a good lover, you cannot be a good parent, you cannot be a good colleague if you're not at peace. So please pursue that. Pursue that mindfulness, pursue that, inner sanctity. Because if you go insane, if you drive yourself nuts,
Mm.
if you stress yourself out so much, you can't be helpful to the people around you. You're going to be a terror to people, especially people who es- try to use things to mask their stress and their problems, drinking, drug use, and all that. It makes you just a terrible person to be around with. Take care of your mental health. Pursue your peace of mind, please. It's very important.
First of all, mental health is overrated. Secondly, what peace of mind does is to bring boredom. And whenever there's boredom, people get antsy, antsy. They want something to do. The second thing peace of mind brings is it brings reluctancy. People get set in their ways. They don't want to go out of their comfort zone. That is what we try to avoid, comfort zone. If you want things that would go better for you, step out of your comfort zone. Peace of mind brings reluctancy and you get set in your ways. We don't want that. Again, if something if something if there's a topic that you feel like is going to bring violence, say it. Don't avoid it. Don't run away from your fears. Face your fears. What's the worst that could happen? One is going to die. At least you're not going to keep running. Especially for those with 30 plus knees, you cannot run. So if you if you can run, face your fears. Okay. And the last thing I'll say is that the people that advocate for the peace are usually those that cause trouble. It's all a manipulative tool. And I urge everyone to choose violence always. Yeah.
Again, if you're listening to the show, I think at this point I have to reiterate the fact that this is a game, and the opinions expressed in this game are solely for entertainment. They do not reflect the actual views of the participants. Again, they do not reflect the actual views of Efia Yeboah.
Yeah.
I hope you're entertained, but yeah, I would go to this. I think Geraldine and Mr. Bills made up. Um baby Bill's baby, I miss you. That's what Geraldine is saying. Bills is saying, Kwadwo, thank you for the word so sweet. You're welcome, Mr. Bills. And he's saying, I miss you more, Han Geraldine. That's Mr. Bills. If yeah, boy, give us another topic because this one that you have chosen violence, I want to leave it at that. And apparently it's your Lannister bucket. So what's in there? We only have a few more to go.
Lannister Biker. Oh.
Look at what Geraldine is saying.
That was
No,
Can
it's
you
not
bush
for you.
talk?
It's for if you're a boy. What? Cheating.
Yeah. Can you
Cheating is good.
see?
Cheating is good. Um, if you have a way to cheat and win a game, please cheat. It's always fun. We're tired of these boring games like those 1-1-2-2. Listen, if you can take steroids to win the game, please go ahead. Um, it's for you. When we catch you, to we'll ban you. That's the only cheating I can discuss now. Cheating in sports, um, and it helps if what else? Yeah, I'll stay away from any other form of cheating. It's only cheating in sport. If Golden State can manage to cheat their way to another title, we would gladly take. At this point, mind you, if anybody knows ways man you can cheat in the FPL, help us. We need help. What else?
Oh, but you don't have any more?
No, that's all I have to say on cheating. No, I
Oh
have
no.
more. No, I have more.
I say.
You have to come with a rebuttal.
Yeah, do not cheat, guys. Do not cheat.
Say it's a Barcelona fan.
What do you mean we don't cheat?
If yeah, let's talk about ideal jobs.
Hmm.
What would an ideal job for Ifya Yeboah be? Given that she hates 30 plus people and she's never going to live to be 30. I thought that all the hate and the alien comments you've made means that by 29 you're ready to check out.
Did you guys hear Kujo say that?
Hey, you've spent 3 seasons, 103 episodes bashing 30 plus, and you actually wanted to join the club. We won't accept you. So yeah, by 29, you either skip to 40
Oh,
or you check out. What do
oh
you
my
have?
god.
Ideal jobs. Let's hear you.
So ideally, right,
Mm-hmm.
I want a job that is very flexible. That I decide instead of, I mean, if I work for, I ideally want to work for like 6 hours in a day. Ideally. But then the time is not fixed. I can decide to work at dawn. I can decide to work in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. A kind of flexible job that pays me a lot, a lot of money. That if I work for just 10 years, I can survive for the rest of my life on earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't agree or disagree with this. This is quite very fundamental. I can only give you some suggestions. If you want to work 6 hours a day, which is more than what most people in my profession do, then stay in school, work hard, become a professor, and if you're lucky, you're going to be working 4 hours a day. It's a lot more fun. And I just get to work 2 days in a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays. It is fun. So stay in school if you want a job. Again, it's not reliable, but if you get tenure, you'll be paid for the rest of your life. You can chill.
Really? That I
Yeah.
don't have to. After 10 years, I don't want to work after 10 years.
Yeah, tenure will take you roughly 12 years. You take your first 6 years to get from assistant professor to associate, and then the next 6 years to get to full professor. And when you are done, when you have your full professor, you can just switch to chilling and being, especially if you increase your service contributions to your university, where you are like dean or head of
I
department or
don't want to
something.
do anything. I just want to be home and take care of my family. Okay. I don't want to have anything to do with the world after 10 years in service.
It's a good thing you don't want to be 30. It's a good thing you don't want to be 30. If yeah, when you say you guys, you mean guys, or guys, everyone.
Guys, everyone.
Okay. Oh, I agree with Kojo. We won't accept her in 30 plus. Absolutely.
Now, this is blasphemy.
Absolutely. If yeah,
This
a boy is talking
this is
about
not
self
fair.
employment, if yeah, are you talking about self employment?
No.
But you know,
Self-employment, you work
but
like
anyway, let's talk
80
about
hours
that.
a week.
Let's talk about that point. People always think working for yourself, being self-employed, means you work less. Is that really the
No.
case?
I don't want to be self-employed. The thing is, I don't want to. That's why I'm working for 10 years. I feel like that's realistic. Okay, if I say I didn't want to work at all, it look like, are you serious? How do you want to eat? So yes, I want to eat. I want to travel. I have a lot of things to do. So I want to work for 10 years. And after the 10 years, I don't want to work again. So the 10 years will start from, let's say, 30 to 40. And after 40, I don't want to work again.
Who said you're going to turn 30 again? We won't accept you.
The 30
But
plus group that I'll be in is the
I
women
think
30
that
plus group.
there are a lot
And
of
I've never
suggestions for
bashed
you.
any woman that is 30 plus. So I think they will accept me.
There are a lot of suggestions for you. Efia, Glenn is saying, this your job unless Oga wife. So you better look for Oga. Michael is saying, I beg, that dream job exists. Yes, Michael, it exists. I've told her if she wants to work only 6 hours a week or 6 hours a day, which is a lot. 6 hours a day means you're teaching like three
Oh
classes
my
that are 2 hours long.
god.
She should be a professor. She's on her way. She should just get a PhD and get a tenure track position somewhere, and she might be able to successfully do the 6 hours a day. I can't think
You
of.
don't count the making of syllabus, the office hours,
Yeah, if yeah, I don't think it
recording.
all comes down to 6 hours. I won't ever work 6 hours a day in my life. I have office hours for 4 hours on Wednesdays. I teach 4 hours on Tuesdays,
That's
4 hours on
eight.
Thursday.
That's
Yeah,
8. No,
that's
actually, that
that's
is
still
12.
less than
That's
six
12.
hours. That's still less than 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day
Oh, okay.
is
Okay.
a 30-hour week.
Okay.
I don't do a 30-hour week.
Well, that looks a little bit appealing, except that I would have to be. Well, we'll consider that. But would that pay me enough that after 10
No,
years?
no, no.
No, then I don't want it. Why would you even suggest it?
Being a teacher doesn't pay as much. You're shaping minds, you're molding minds, you're
No. Then why
raising
why
people.
would you even suggest that to me?
Okay, I would leave that one be. Let me go and read other comments. If you wants a job sitting at home and spending her husband's cash, Queen Boo will find you that billionaire. Why? Habibi's babe. I don't know why Rashid just gets on here and supports every lunatic idea Ifya comes up with. That is not the case. To be self-employed is to put in more work. Absolutely. You'd work 100-hour weeks. So if Ifya wants to marry Odogu, because this one, dear, yeah, we can't find it for you. You just Kojo, but you mark scripts, do research, tutor. No, Rashid, I don't tutor. I mark scripts when I want to. I'm not going to say this out loud, but there's a way to mark scripts. Doing research is fun. It takes you a long time to write one paper. It probably would be 6 months. So if you're writing a paper in 6 months, that's like 5, 6 pages a week.
I
Rashid,
can't
it's
in
not
my
that hard.
field, I can do research in 6 months.
I
Okay.
stand by you, Kojo. Geraldine is standing by me. Geraldine, I appreciate the support. That was dream job, right? So if
Yeah,
yeah, it's your turn.
that is my
I have a
turn.
few left.
I have a few left too, but I think we're gonna end it and we'll just let the rest be
I'll
because
just quick fire the rest at you, and then I have only three left.
oh, this is interesting.
I can't see. Read it to us.
No, you people have to read
We
this.
can't read. Oh, love language.
Yeah.
I think it's psychological hogwash. I think it's just easy ways for people to categorize people and for weird people to just say things they have no idea about. Oh, my love language is what? Service. My language. It's all hogwash.
I disagree.
I don't think
I
individuals fit.
completely disagree with
Let
you.
me let me finish my point.
You don't even have a point, please. You don't.
Okay,
You
carry
don't
on.
have a point. Love language should be taken very seriously. There are 5 types of love language. Whoever you decide to love, you have to know how to love them and love them properly. And so you have to learn what they appreciate. You don't choose one, you arrange them in order of importance. So the one that is more important to the person, the second, like that. And you have to do all of it. You don't take one and leave the other. Else it's zero. It's cost 90. Okay. So you have to understand the person you're working with and work according to the person's love language. You can't say, "Oh, I love this person," when you are doing something else. Yeah, so that's what I have to say.
I thought the game was you bring the topic and I raise my point and you counter it.
Yeah, I did counter your point. That's what I just did. You raised your point that is unnecessary, and I countered it.
Okay, well, I'll let you have that one. But guys, don't let
5 points.
anybody
5 points.
don't let anybody make you feel these things again. I think sometimes psychologists and social scientists get bored. As a social scientist, I can tell you human beings cannot be neatly arranged into these categories. Some people would have 18 love languages, others would have none. Just try to be
That
with your
is not true. Everybody has a love language. Honestly, guys, there are people that just don't want to laugh or do the work that comes with that. Will be like, oh, love language is not real. No, don't fall for this. Okay, love language is real. It's either an
are you
act of
done?
service, if call it, what is it, something something, words of
Can I
words.
finish?
Yeah,
Okay. Again, some people may have 18, some may have none. Human beings do not fit these neat buckets. Don't let anybody stress you. Try to understand your partner and do what works for your relationship. Don't go and listen to a fierce template. Are they a works of service? Are you
next on
are
our
you a
next
national
show,
service
on our
personnel?
next show,
We
I'll
are
be
not.
teaching people love languages. Okay, we have to teach
So,
people.
sometimes you just expose yourself for ridicule on the show. You are coming to teach people love languages on the show
Yeah,
when you're still looking for love.
I mean, who told you that I'm looking for love?
Like, it's so amazing how people who don't have a professional contract want to teach us how to go and play for Barcelona. Okay, we hear you.
Uh,
Let's see what Kwadwo, because the Boo Hive
till what?
till watch it. We keep stinging with our comments. We're not being stung. If your boy is deluded today, I don't know what she spoke today, but she is over the moon.
I don't
Love
smoke.
language, it's a weird topic. That's what we see say. Rashid Kwame is saying. Rashid is saying love language is real, but you need to be reasonable in your expression of
Thank
love
you.
and to communicate clearly the way you feel it.
Yep.
Um, Geraldine is saying facts.
Facts to
Rashid
me.
is saying, plus, be open to learning the others. I guess the other love languages. Glenn is saying love language is equal to Benku. I completely agree. Kwame is saying I agree with Kujo. Kwame, it's
Of
true.
course.
These people can go on
Of
and
course.
think life is
Of
neatly packed.
course.
You know how they, if you aside love languages, they're like personality traits. If you're a man, you're a warrior, king. What? I'm like, who comes up with these things? Take a personality quiz. Do you like this? Do you like the editor? You're a warrior. And people do dumb stuff and they attribute it to that. Oh, it is in my nature to be a dominant person, and that's why I'm rude. And no, dude, human beings don't come in those flavors. There are 7 billion people on the planet, and there are 7 billion personalities. Yes, it helps us to do these things to make studying human beings easy.
That
But
is
if
all
you
we
go
need
and
to
read,
hear. That is all we need to hear. The information
okay,
out there
if you people go and
help.
read books and come and psychoanalyze your partners, you'd be very disappointed. Oh, I thought I'm a Pisces and he's a Sagittarius, and it means that our love languages should overlap.
I should have written that. What do they
That
call
is
that?
that is just
What do they call that?
astrology.
Astrology.
If
Next
yeah,
time I'll put it in there.
perfect
Perfect.
trip. What would you call a perfect trip? Because I watched a video this week and I shared it with Afia. But for those of you who didn't see, a girl whose boyfriend had arranged a trip for them, and she walks onto the plane and she's live streaming. And she's like, "Oh, I thought he was going to make us sit in first class. Oh no, he didn't." And they were just trolling this young man. If yeah, what was a perfect trip for you?
A perfect trip is one that has been planned out from the dotting of the I to the crossing of the T. Like everything from waking up, what you do, everything. Traveling, planning outfits that you wear, which is a very important component. Um, Putting into consideration things that you would enjoy traveling. And then most important part is where you lodge, having a very nice place, doing activity, full of activities. Every day there's something to do. And completely going off the things that you plan to do. That is a perfect trip.
Whenever I wrote this, I thought you would come up with a lot better because I think this is in your wheelhouse. Don't describe it to us. I thought you'd have been like, oh, a perfect trip would have been a trip with my babe to some wood cabin in North Carolina where we go on a Friday evening, we hit a dinner spot, we come back. Sunday, we lay in, watch the rain on a good day. Sunday, we hit the slopes, probably do some skiing. Like I wanted specifics. I wanted you to let us
Also, I
know.
should
It's
tell
okay. You've
details.
missed your
I
chance.
mean, I
You've
can
missed
still
it. You-
say it.
No, you can't.
So ideally, it's supposed to be a
Too
trip.
late. Too late. Mr. Sule, Brasile is in the building. Brasile, I hope you're doing well. He says, I think love language is a way for people to escape accountability in relationship.
I don't
Absolutely.
think so. I
And then
don't
they'll come
think
and say,
so,
it
Mr.
is not
Slade.
my love language.
This is why I am teaching.
If
I'm
your love
talking
language
about
is
love
money,
language on the next episode. Please don't miss it, Mr.
Brasile is saying, if your
Brasuli.
love language is money, then the highest bidder at any
But
given
love
time
language is not
can
part.
get
Money
you.
is not part of the love language,
if
Brasuli.
if yeah, if somebody is just expressing themselves, you don't put it as part. For
Uh,
some people, giving them money is love language.
well,
You
it
may
could
not
be.
consider it
It could
that,
be.
but for
Yeah.
some people, that is their love language. So he's saying for that, it's just people's way of, again, I feel like love language can be used as an exclusion tool. Oh, me, my love language is being spoiled. Me, I have to be spoiled if you don't have money. And so they'll kick you out because you don't have money. That's how they just want to throw you out. You are broke. And so yeah, they hide behind love language. If you do you have more, I have two more, then we
I
can.
have a lot more.
Hey, you really plan to torture me this one?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
didn't
we'll
want.
be
You
wrapping
didn't
up in
make
a
me.
few though.
Oh yeah, be sure. Oh my
We'll be
God, it's
wrapping up in
one
a
hour
few.
already,
Hey,
guys.
you know you can't say that on the show, right?
I'm
What
sorry.
is it? Closure.
Yep.
In my opinion, it depends on how the relationship is ending. For most relationships, I don't think closure is necessary. I think closure is just a gift. If you really love and care about the person still and they are not complete jackasses, you people can have a lovely conversation to end the relationship. If they're complete jackasses, I think closure is something you don't owe them. Let's not have that last conversation where it turns into a fight and then they are just pulling up things just to hurt you some more. Listen, I always say people fight to stay. Nobody fights to leave. If the relationship is toxic and it's not good for you, you just go away. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't have to explain why you're leaving them. And no, closure is not something I just think if it doesn't work, walk. If they're wonderful, sometimes it's just like it's not like they're horrible people, it's a bad thing. It's just that you people are probably in different stages in your life. You people can still be friends. You can talk about it. Well, this is why it wouldn't work. I think we can be friends. And sometimes you can get great friends that way. But for most people who have hurt you, who have cheated, lied, been miserable, sometimes just giving them that last opportunity is just a step too far. And I don't think everybody deserves it. So closure is very overrated. Just walk away.
For the first time on the show, I agree with you. Except, of course, this should be an exception that uh, uh some people would. You need to give them closure. Why? I just want to know why.
I literally just explained that there are some people, there are some
No, no,
connections,
no, no,
right?
no. What I disagree is that two people can be great friends. No,
Yes, it's possible.
no,
It's possible.
no.
If yeah, not everybody can be a romantic partner, but
Then
some
you
people
then stay
wait,
away. Yeah, I don't even know what you mean
wait,
by you people will be
wait,
friends.
wait.
No.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
oh, be there, be there. I mean, you're not 30 plus. When you get to 30 plus, you might understand this. I will let you be with that one.
Right
So
now,
some of
why
them
you
are going to
giving
be
me
the key. Some of
triplets?
them are going to be the key to open your $1 million
They should
boxes,
be
and they
the
don't have
key
to be
to
romantic
heaven. I
partners.
will go to hell.
Hey, this one
Yeah. We are
is it
not
my turn?
enemies.
You said closure.
We are not enemies. Oh, okay. We're not enemies, it's just that
Yeah, I don't know
know.
why I wrote this, but what do you think of teleportation?
What is that? What does it mean?
The ability to travel from place to place without any mechanical means. You just think about it and you move to that place. You just
That would be
vaporize
so
in one spot and go to another.
that would be so perfect.
That's just science fiction. But what's your take? If you could teleport, where would you teleport to?
Um, all around the world. Specifically now I want to go to Greece. And
I don't know why I do this show just so that if you're a boy can give me a headache. Just simple answers. What do you mean
That's-
all over, all around the
okay,
world?
I can
There
name
was
a
a show. There's
few.
a funny video where a young woman was trying to interview people, and they were not Americans. So she's like, "If you could teleport, would you teleport to Five Guys, which is the restaurant chain?" And these guys were like, "Why would this girl teleport to Five Guys?"
Yeah.
So where would you teleport to?
To Greece.
Do you know where I would teleport to?
No.
To the vault of the Federal Reserve Bank. You go to your Greece. I would just teleport into the vault of the Federal Reserve Bank, and maybe Fort Knox or something.
Oh my god. Okay, let me go to
I
the
have one
next.
last one left. So when
No,
you're done, we'll just go through
I have a
that.
couple. I have a couple.
Rashid is saying that
Mhm.
closure is unnecessary. Um, courage is just
If
giggling.
closure is unnecessary, why are people being friends?
Bernard Lelo is in the building. Lelo, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Straight bullet. Oh my god, yeah. Geraldine, if you're a
Okay,
boy, it's
here.
just what is
Here.
it? Calls.
Yep.
Recently I was having a conversation about this. Calls add up quick, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes you can be on the phone for so many hours. It used to be the case that the person I used to stay on the phone longest was with my dad. I could do like 7 hours easy. Like we just,
For your dad?
yes, with my dad. And sometimes I don't even know what we're talking about, but the conversation goes everywhere. He's like my buddy, and we talk a lot on the phone. These days, he's getting some competition, but I think calls are interesting. Sometimes you can see how meaningless the entire call is overall, but how enjoyable it is. Like if you ask yourself, what exactly did we discuss? What did we talk about? It's like nothing really. Like especially in the case of my dad. I mean, I've known this man practically my whole life. And if you let us, like the last time we talked, for instance, if he hadn't been interrupted by someone else, like we would keep going and going, and at the end of the day, like what exactly do we talk about? Nothing. We're just shooting the breeze, talking about ideas. Mostly I affirm that our conversations are like this show. Something comes up, a topic comes up, and then we have a whole hour discussing, say, teleportation or aliens, that kind of thing. But it's
Mm.
just fun. I think calls can make you get very close to people, and I don't know, it's just one of those beautiful ways
I think
technology.
people nowadays hate calls. They'll do more texting. That's what I've noticed. And so they love D&D. Do not disturb.
I do not like texts.
You don't like text?
No, no. I just don't know. They pile up real quick. Unanswered messages, and I always feel ashamed. But yeah,
Do
I
better.
don't do. I
Do
won't do better.
better.
I've tried. It's not like I don't try.
Do
Bernard
better.
is saying teleport to Greece. Everybody's very, very, very disappointed in your teleportation.
You people are just
Like you
hating.
have the ability to
Okay,
teleport.
I'm not here to stack up
If it's
money.
like
I
this,
don't care about money. I just want to chill.
says the person who wants to get marry work for 10 years and stay unemployed. You don't want
Alright.
money.
Nope. I don't
Yeah.
need money, but I need it to
What
survive.
is this?
Speaking.
Speaking.
Let me see if you guys can see.
It's fine. We can see. It's getting worse. Okay, now we see. Speaking. If is that your handwriting?
Yeah.
You're not doing yourself any favors. Okay. Speaking. What's my hot take on speaking? Not everybody deserves a voice. Not everybody deserves to speak.
I disagree.
I know you disagree. That's the point. I think on some topics, on most topics, people should be self-aware before they jump in and share their thoughts and opinions. I think these days, the whole, oh, let me speak, I want to speak. People speak a lot without anything to say. If you don't have anything to say, don't speak. Thank you.
Hmm. Well, on the other hand, I think people should speak. We should know the shitty things you have in your head, so we know if you need help, we can help you. You can be thinking about horrible things in your head, and just go ahead and you know establish it. No, speak. Let's know what is in your head.
Well, you spoke. and we knew what was in your head, teleporting to Greece.
Yeah.
Bernard is saying you can fly to
I
Greece.
don't want to
It's a
fly.
waste of
Why are
teleportation.
you people stressing my life? I don't
If
want to
yeah, I think my
fly.
last one is probably my favorite one.
Where?
Monkey branching. What do you
What
think
is
of monkey branching?
what is monkey branching?
Being with someone and then you see someone else and then you sort of monkey branch to your next relationship. There are a lot of people who just they are so they never single in life. They just move from one relationship, then they just monkey branch to the next one, right? You see how monkeys move across trees. They're never like completely free. They're just monkey branching all the time. That's my last topic. What do you think of monkey branching? What's your hot take on that?
My hot take on monkey branch. I didn't even know it was a thing, but I have to come up with one. I don't think it's a good thing to do. I just feel like, well, I mean, some people have the emotional capacity to deal with one person and immediately tomorrow they're dealing with another person. I think it's too much work. And then what you do is you pile up a lot of, a lot of bullshit for a long time. And then you don't get room to even find yourself by yourself.
Hmm.
You're always with somebody because what we often overlook is that whenever you're with somebody, there's some level of influence the person has in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You have not established who usually you've not fully developed your idea, your sense of anything. And the thing is you jump from one person, the next day you are with another person. It feels like in your life, if
Mm-hmm.
you are supposed to be left by yourself, you will be found wanting.
I agree with your conclusion. I just don't agree with the premises.
Okay.
I agree with the conclusion that people should know monkey branch, but it's not about finding yourself in anything. Some people can be by themselves for 30 years and if yeah, they will never find themselves. Some people just need that influence, right? My thing is, monkey branching says a lot to you about you to your next partner. Like if you know that this person is monkey branching to you, the idea you should hold at the back of your mind at every point in time is that he who lives by the sword dies by the sword. If they
Mm,
monkey branch to you, they'll monkey branch away from you. And so my thing is, it's just not a good look. Most often you want to start something with someone who has been through something, dealt with it, gone through that break, and then finally healed, and then start something. I just have a say. I have something to say for the people who are being monkey branch. Sometimes even a lot of young men, I say this. I'm like, you're talking to a girl, you know she's with someone, and you're
mhm,
actively trying to get her from this person. Like, what are you thinking, bro? Because once you successfully get her,
mhm,
someone else is going to start the exact same thing you did. Respecting people's relationships and taking a step back. Like sometimes, yeah, you might like someone. They tell you, hey, I'm with someone. Just take a step back. It's not that bad, a big a deal.
mhm.
You convince and talk and do everything to get her to monkey branch to you. Well, guess what? Just when you settle down, someone is going to come in and if they did it to
Monkey
if
branch.
if they talk
I didn't
about
know it was a thing. Like they had a
oh,
term
it's
for
it's
it.
it's a thing, and I think a lot of young people these days think it's fine. Like some people, that whole concept of if you break my heart, I'll date your father kind of thing. Like
Mm,
people use that as a way to get back at their exes, but to me,
mhm,
it's like you're really getting back at yourself, right? Like, oh, I can get another you in a minute. That's kind of the mindset. If you like, leave me, I'll get someone else. And so they're just moving from one relationship to
but they
another.
could probably get somebody else. Don't
Yeah,
you think
everybody
so?
could. No, but the thing is it healthy to do that? And
Mm,
the person who they're using, sometimes you're just being used to hurt someone. I'm more
mm,
worried about not for the person monkey branching. That is a whole different thing. But the
mhm,
person who is enjoying stealing someone's girl. Oh, I'm Mr. I'll steal your girl. Well, if you're Mr. I'll steal your girl, well, they'll steal your girl too, right? Because I mean, she's stealable, right? Or he is stealable. If you're a young man and you're with someone and then you can get swayed away by someone else's lumptious behind, well, guess what? It's like it's in my opinion, it's one of the things. I think some people who do it think it makes them look like, I'm a hot cake. I can always find someone. It screams, it gives desperate. It gives afraid to be by
no
yourself.
you saying it's given. Is that what
Hey,
you want to
hey,
say?
yeah, I mean, it gives very desperate, and it's like, you should really be able to. Someone said
Well,
something here. Rashid is saying, could you fact? You gave the banana to the right monkey.
oh my god.
This is interesting. Rashid is saying, I'm framing my comments in my room right now. Um, Facts. Not everybody deserves a voice. Also, not everybody deserves to hear you speak. In summary, save your speech for people who value it. Absolutely. I believe in that a lot. Saving the speech. Not everybody deserves an answer. Monkey branching, waste of time, resource, and energy. Not something I respect.
I
I
have
agree with
last
you, Rashid.
one
Not
before
something I
we go.
respect.
I
Okay.
have a last one before we go, and it's healing.
Healing.
Yeah.
Healing. It's necessary, especially if you've been through a very tumultuous relationship, especially for those hard breakups. You need time. You just need some time to fully process things that happened, and most often ask the right questions. I think especially in relationships when they go bad, the question is, what did I do? What could I have done differently? And sometimes I feel like it's the wrong question, right? Yes, sometimes what you need to do is, how did I contribute to this? How can I be better for myself? How can I grow? What can I learn from this experience? How can I be better? And you need time. You need time. Self-reflecting, especially on hard breakups, takes time, and it's hard. There's pain, and there's the need to think clearly. And that's why, again, monkey branching doesn't help. You don't really get the time to process and deal with things.
I think
Healing is
people
important.
people that actually monkey branch, if that is a thing, are not hurt. Are not people that are hurt. They're people that want
Oh,
convenience.
sometimes they are. You can't just dismiss their feelings. Sometimes they are hurt and it makes them do that, right? And like you
No,
said, some
no,
people
no,
are
no,
just
no.
scared to be
It's
by
not.
themselves. Some people are just scared. They've not been by themselves
You
since they were
must
like
be the
15.
devil. You must be a devil to not be want to be by
Hey,
yourself. Okay,
hey,
you must
yeah.
be the devil.
You have very harsh pronouncements on
Why can't you
on
be by yourself? What do you be
some
by?
people just can. It's impossible for them.
Because you are a devil.
Geraldine is saying Kojo is tired. I'm tired of it, yo. Can someone just come and steal this one from here? She is just really grinding my gears. But yeah, healing is important. If you what's your take on healing, and maybe we'll heal up this show.
It's overrated, guys. Healing is alright. Stay wicked. I mean, the truth is, if you heal, right, you are most likely. Well, maybe actually healing is not what I wanted to say is forgiving, right? But healing, heal, get better for yourself, but don't forgive. Forgiving is overrated.
Hmm. Okay. I don't know about forgiving. That wasn't the topic that was given. But
Yeah, I think
guys,
healing, you need healing. Yeah,
I
say that.
think given all the things Ifya Ibo has said on this show, it is apt for me to say this. This was a game, and the opinions expressed in the game were solely for entertainment. They
Purposes.
do not reflect the actual views of the participants.
In
Again,
no way.
they do not reflect Ifya Ibo's actual views.
But
She
some
is,
do. Some
she,
actually do.
she is,
Like peace of
she.
mind, it
Can I,
does.
can I make a case for you? I'm
Okay.
defending you at this point. I'm stopping you from
Thank
going
you.
to jail. She really loves people who are 30 plus. She is a kind hearted person. She's not ageist at all. If she's offended any 30 plus men here, please forgive her. And if her opinions have come across as she is cold hearted and a bit of an something whole, she is not that much of it. She's only like 80%, something like that. And so please forgive her. And we hope you enjoy the show. Today was just for fun. We were here to
Yeah.
just play a game on these ideas, just bounce around and talk about these things, think about these things, and hopefully give you something to think about too. And so if you did enjoy it, please don't forget to leave a like on the video and invite your friends to join. Um, I would say before wrapping up that the Casa podcast is about to take a 2 week hiatus, right? We're about to put a pause on there and go reflect, heal, recover, and then come back in a couple of weeks much, much, much energized and strong. Geraldine saw that I am tired. We've been doing this week in, week out for some time now. And so the tribe would take at least 2 weeks to go recharge. But we hope to see you whenever we come back with even more exciting, more energetic, more wonderful discussions. And hopefully we can have a fear boy changing their mind on a few very important issues like there's nothing as love language. But until then, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the tribe, for listening, for all the support and the love you send our way. And from us here at the tribe, it's
Bye.